Hello, my lovelies. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all well. I hope everybody is fine. I haven't said happy Saturday since COVID, I don't think. We rarely do a Saturday live. So welcome. Hopefully you're all busy. I doubt there's many of you there. I'm sure you're all Christmas shopping or decorating or something. But if you are coming online, hello, welcome. This is day 6 of our 12 days of White Christmas. Not White Christmas, White Gecko Christmas after all. And today we're Get Knotted. So we're going to we've done a lot of fabric offers. We're doing a woolly offer today, and we are going to be doing which I just remembered I haven't done. So give me a second while I'm talking. I'm just going to change the offer over. It's all right. My son Josh turned up just as I was about to go live, and I completely forgot to swap the offers over. So just talk amongst yourselves 1 second while I very quickly change these offers over on the website. So we are going to be doing a little crochet project as well today. Really quick one, something you can get done. Honestly, it took me about half an hour to do. So I'm doing it right now. I'm going to take off the offer from yesterday. That is now finished. And I'm going to activate the wool offer. There we go. That should now be working, guys. Who's there? So hi Leslie, hi Joyce, hi Nikki, hi Carol. Hello, my darlings. I hope you're all well. So the offer today, I've got 3 brand new ranges of wool in, which are all on the website. There's 25% off them, and this is going to be for 24 hours again. So, actually 25 hours, because this will come off just before we do Secret Sewing Club tomorrow. So it's going to run from 1 o'clock now. I've just activated it, and it's going to run right the way through until Secret Sewing Club tomorrow at 2 o'clock, which is 2 till 4. So you get 2 hours of nonsense. That will be running. We'll be having loads of different offers because it's the usual Secret Sewing Club stuff. Okay. So that's this one I'm going to show you in a minute. We're going to do the Advent first though. So we've got Day 6 of the Advent raffle. Oh, over here. Here we go. The lights are because it's so bright out there. Because it's got the little envelope. Got everybody in there. Give it a good twirl around. Make sure that it's all really well mixed. Oh, I'm gonna have to find the drum roll again, aren't I? Right. Give that a really good mix. Trying to make sure that none are stuck together. Everything's all mixed up well. Right, let me find my drum roll. Hang on, because I like it. We're going to do it. Where's my drum roll? There it is. Okay, so hand in here. Where's my drum roll? Oh, okay, I'm going to go with... Hang on, it's that 2. I'm not looking. I'm just trying to... There we go, 1. Okay, got that one there. Right. So this is another green one. It's 268. And this is going to Gail Kleckner. Gail, there we go, my lovely. That one's for you. What have you won? You have won. Let's open up number 6. And get the little thing out. Where is it? There it is. You have won. You've won some of the purple titanium scissors. Oh, they're good. They're really good. We had them in for the retreat, a box of them. And they're super sharp, really sharp, right up to the point. So you've won a pair of purple scissors. They're worth $9.95. So congratulations, Gail. They are on their way to you. You are day 6 winner. Okay. I'll pop that in there so I don't lose it. Let me come back over here a second before we go through the offer with you. You can still buy Advent tickets, raffle tickets. We've got prizes all the way up to January. December 24th, not January at all, December 24th. So you can still buy tickets right the way up to there, and you're in with the chance of winning. Right, we're going to do the offer. No, actually, just let you know, I put all the spare spaces we had for the retreats on 2 days ago. We had 14 between April and November. We're down to 6. Okay, so if you want to join us on retreat, do get booked. Okay, I think there's only 4 spaces left for April and 2 in November now, something like that. But have a little look on the website. All the dates that we've got left available are on there. But All the other retreats are all sold out now. So yeah, I was thinking, oh, we'll have lots of 10 to 15 places to go into the new year. No, there's 6. I think it's 6 left. Okay, so over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly run through the offer with the colours. Okay, so we have got this in, which is incredible. Okay, this is called this is new from Sirdar. It's called Jewel Spun. So you all love the Jewel Spun anyway, but this is the ombre one. Okay, and it's an Aran weight. They are 400-gram balls. Okay, they're normally going to be $19.99 each, but they've got 25% off, which take them down to what, 15 quid, something like that. Yeah, 25% of 20 is yeah, 5. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to be about 15 quid, but it's 400 grams in a ball. Okay, and they create the most incredible ombre effect. Okay, you've got this one is, what's this one? This is ocean blue. This one is citrus sky. Can you see it goes through to like this most incredible turquoise color? Okay, we've got a beautiful grey one called silvery moon. There's this one, which is like just reds and pinks, which I love together. That's crimson sunset. I love the color on this one. Absolutely gorgeous ombre on it. You can probably see the ombres better online. And then there's 2 more because there's 6. Okay, this is Violet Dawn, which is, you can see pinks through to those deep, I mean, it's really hard to show you the colors when they're in a ball, but really, really gorgeous, all the way through like a lilac-y, heathery, purpley color. Hi Mary, hi Melba, hi Dawn, hi Lorraine, hello my lovely, hi Marlene, hello my darlings. And then this last one is called Rainbow Glow, which goes from like a pink through all these incredible, it's like that sunset color, you know, when you get that golden hour, that color. I've actually got a garment made up that Sirdar have lent us, which only came in the post yesterday, and this is in the Rainbow Glow one. But you can see the ombre on this. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at that ombre. Okay, so it goes from like sort of a dusky pinky color all the way through, down through to the yellows and through to the oranges. It's got, this is the sleeve appeal sweater in Rainbow Glow. Okay, and you can see you've got that beautiful textured sleeve on it. If you wanted, you could add that sleeve, that texture. Okay, there are a lot of patterns as well, which are also got the 25% off. Okay, who are you girls? Were my girls were on fire yesterday. They arrived late afternoon. Oh, brilliant, amazing! I like to hear that. Lovely. I like to hear that they come through quickly. Just going to show you these very quickly. So we've got some of the patterns. I think there's about 12 different patterns. You can see that's the tealy one, the ocean one, or you've got that beautiful, beautiful ombre. That's that jumper I was just showing you. Okay, again, really nice, just with that little tiny texture details. Like I said, there's 12 odd patterns in there. Hang on, that's the wrong ones. That's an ombre. That's an ombre. Oh, that's an ombre. This takes 1 ball. This really lovely little tank top, which is super, super in fashion at the moment. This is it takes 1 ball, so 400 grams, even for the larger sizes. Okay, all the sizes are just 1 ball. Okay, and you can see, well, if I hold that there, can you see you've got lots of different patterns. Have a look on the website for these though, guys. Okay, if you are, you know, if it's the time of year for a bit of knitting, isn't it? And I've got back into my knitting. I still love crochet, but I do like my knitting as well. I find it very relaxing, very, very relaxing. So that's one of the offers, 25% off. Another one is the new Sirdar's Stories, but in the chunky. This is new out. So we've had Stories before in the double knit. This is the chunky one, okay, which knits up like a dream. I've been having a little play with it. It knits up really, really quickly, and also it's so good to work with. So good to work with. There's again lots of different really modern, you know, like fashionable patterns. I like the fact that, you know, they're good patterns that they've done with them. These are all got 25% off, as well as all the patterns as well. They're on the website. You go to shop, go to yarn, and they're all in their own sections. There'll be one called Sirdar Stories, and all the patterns are in there as well as the yarn. There'll be another one called Jewel Spun Ombre, patterns and yarn. I'm going to make this little one for our baby Jude. Look how cute that little cardigan is, like a mock fisherman's rib. There we go. Can you see? Really, really cute patterns. There's kiddie patterns as well as adult patterns. There's a jumper, which I forgot to bring the pattern up, an adult's jumper, which has got like a big heart on it, which I really, really want to do. And I might do it in the red and pink because I love red and pink together. I really like red and pink together. It's got to be a proper pink though. Okay. So those are all off on 25% off as well. And all the patterns. And the last one, oh, hang on, is what we're going to be using for the little demo today. This is called Soft Pastels. So this is normally $4.95 a ball, but again, it's got 25% off. There are 6 colours in it. We're going to use, we're going to be using the green and the grey today, okay, for the little demo. So I've opened these ones, but they've also got all these really stunning colours. That one is strawberry, and then we've got a lychee. That's soft lilac, which is called blackberry, and then there's a grey, a green, and like a lemony yellowy colour as well. Okay, so all of those have also got 25% off. So we were trying to do something that's not just fabric in the office, because I know there's lots of you who are polycraftual and you do a bit of knitting and a bit of sewing and a bit of crochet and all sorts. So what we're going to make today is we're going to make one of these. Okay, I've sewn jingle bells on this, but you could sew little bows and all sorts on it. It's made from a basic granny square, and then you can hang them up. I was thinking just before I came on air, you know, you get the car air fresheners to hang up. You get the little trees. Well, they're not very pretty to look at, are they? You could actually, if you put, rather than sew up, put a button here so it opened out. You could put one of those car air fresheners in there, and because you've got the holes in it, you could hang that up in your car. I think that would be a really, really cute little present for somebody, like as a little stocking filler, and it genuinely is super quick. Okay, super, super quick to do. That's what we're going to do today. So for those of you who are fabricy people and not crochet people, I apologize, but we've got some crocheters out there, and knitters, so we're going to do a little yarny project today. It's made from a basic granny square like this. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the absolute basics. I'm sure I'm teaching you all to suck eggs with this, because if you're a crocheter, you probably know how to make a granny square. But the only difference is normally with an Aran, you would use a 5 or a 5.5 hook. I've gone down because you want it to be really quite a tight, to give it structure. I've gone down to a 4 mil on this. If you're using this for other things, stick with what it says on the band, okay? I like to start my crochet, any of my crochet, with where possible, with a magic ring. Granny squares, you can get a really nice tight center with your magic ring rather than doing it as a chain. So we're going to do that, okay? So how I do a magic ring, I've got my tail here. I'm going to lie it over my 2 fingers. I'm going to flip it over like that to make a cross, open my fingers and insert the hook here and grab that yarn. Okay, so there's my magic ring. Don't pull tight at the moment because you're going to be actually stitching into here. All right, I'm going to start by chaining 3. So wrap my yarn and pull through, and you can see I'm anchoring everything as well. Yeah, wrap my yarn and pull through, wrap my yarn and pull through. This is beautiful to crochet with, I have to say. I haven't knitted with this one. I've knitted with the stories. I haven't knitted with this one, but this was lovely to crochet with. Basic granny square. So I want 4 clusters of 3 trebles. Now my 3 chains acts as 1 treble, so I'm going to put another 2 trebles into the ring. So wrap, dip, pull up that yarn. So I've got 3 on my hook, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, and that's my treble. If you're watching from America, it's what you would call a double crochet. In the UK, we call it a treble. We've got slightly different terminology. So wrap, in, pull up. So I've got 3 on my hook, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2, and that's my first little cluster done. I'm then going to chain 2 to make my corner space. So 1, 2, okay, and then I'm going to put another cluster of 3 trebles in here. So while I'm doing all this, you guys are going to have to talk to me, because otherwise it's just me wittering on. What are you up up to today? Have you done your Christmas shopping? Are you out shopping? Are you going to brave the Saturday crowds? What are you going to do? Who's there? Hi, Grace. How are you, lovely? Hi, Diane. Hi, Sean. Sorry, not Sean. I'm reading it in an angle. Sharon. There we go. I can see it now. Sharon. Sorry, lovely. Not Sean at all. Sharon. Hello, my darlings. So, done my next cluster of 3. I'm going to add 2 chains. 1, 2. And then another cluster of 3. 3 trebles. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. It's really smooth to crochet with, I have to say, this yarn. It's from Stylecraft. It's Soft Pastels Aran. Another 2 chain for my next corner space. Okay, so I've got 1, 2. That's my 3rd corner space, so I need another cluster. Hi, Carol. You got to go. It's your village Christmas fair this afternoon. Oh, lovely. We had what they call here Dickensian evening last night. I didn't go, frankly. I was too busy. But we used to go up most years, and it was always good fun. That was like the village Christmas fete. Here we go. So there's my last cluster of 3. Okay, and then I'm going to put 2 chain spaces like that, and then I'm going to pull on the tail and pull up my magic ring. Okay, and what that's done is close up that magic ring and started my square. Okay, because I've got my 2 chain here for my corner space, I'm just going to slip stitch in to that top chain there, the last chain that the 3rd chain of the starting chain, if you see what I mean. Oh, there we go, got it. Couldn't get it for a second. And we're just going to slip stitch that through. So I've picked it up and then pulled through both to slip stitch. And there's the start of my granny square. Now, there are lots and lots and lots of different ways of doing granny squares, lots and lots. So this is the way that my granny taught me. I'm now going to slip stitch along to the 1st corner space, okay? Some people will go straight up from here. There's lots of different ways of doing it, but I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to slip stitch around to move my yarn to where I want it, okay? And I'm in that 1st corner space. You need to get your height. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to make a corner. And in every corner, you're going to have 2 clusters of 3 with a chain space in between. So I've got to put another 2 trebles in there. 1, 2, all in that same space. Like that. And then 2 chains again. 1, 2. And then another 3 trebles. Now, I'm not going to do the whole granny square, guys, okay? I'm going to take you round just how to do a couple of rows, and then we're going to whip through to how to fold it and sew it together. Okay, so there's my corner, okay? So I've got 2 clusters of 3 with another chain space there. I'm going to chain 1 because we're working along the side, okay? Hi, Sharon. You're not started Christmas shopping yet. It's been busy packing house. Is you're nearly ready to move in the new year? Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, it looks like we're going to be moving next year. And I'm dreading the packing up of the house. I'm dreading the packing up of the sewing room, frankly. It's going to take days and days. So I don't envy you, lovely. It's scary how much fabric and supplies you have yet. You need a lorry just for your sewing room. Absolutely. There we go. Oh, it's because I was reading the comments. Didn't get that one. There we go. So there's my 1st cluster in my next corner. Add 2 into my corner space, 2 chains, and then another cluster. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And then chain 1, and we're round to the next corner. Okay, I just want to do one more row with you guys, and then I will be with you. Okay, so we'll go around to this one. So we've got another cluster here, like that. Just want to show you how to do the oh, I picked up a thread from off the table. I don't want a bit of red in there. 1, 2, 3, 2 chains, and then. So really simple granny square. I'm sure any of you crocheters out there have done these. It's the thing that everybody tends to get started on, isn't it? A granny square. And I mean, you need very little fabric for these little trees, so you could, do them very quickly out of little scraps of fabric. They don't have to be in green either. A tree could, a Christmas tree could be any colour. You could do them in all sorts of colours and do this as bunting or something. Oh, being a bit rubbish today. It's because I'm holding it out for the camera instead of close to me. Good idea to slip stitch into the corner. It looks neater. Yeah, again, it's just my gran taught me to crochet when I was younger. And I knit as well, and it was how she taught me. So I still love a granny square as well. The traditional granny squares, they're brilliant for using up all those little bits. I think they look great when you do a scrappy granny square, when you use all the ends of balls up and you just keep going until you've run out of colour. Right, I've come round to the end. So because this is a side piece, I'm going to chain one between my clusters, and then I'm going to join into that, slip stitch into that bit there again, that first chain that we did. And then again, we're going to slip stitch along to the corner, 1, 2, and 3, like that. So I'm in the corner and ready to start my next row. Okay, so this time I'm going to start with my corner. So like here, so we're going to be doing 3, 2 chains, 3, but I've got this hole here now on the side. So that's going to just have 1 cluster of 3 in it before I move on to the corner. Okay. So let's chain 3 to start, 1, 2, 3, and 2 trebles, because my turning chain is my first one, and then 2, and I'm just going to put the side one in, and then we're going to move on to actually how to put this all together, because you don't need to see me make a whole granny square. Oh, come on. I'm holding it so flat, I can't actually see the top of the hook, which is not helping. There we go. Right, so 1 chain on the sides, and because I've got this one there, I'm going to just put 1 cluster of 3 in there. 1, 2. You could do these as a straight granny square, when you just treble into every stitch rather than clusters. That would work too. And then 1 chain, so you can see I've got just 1 cluster of 3 in there, and then you'd go on to your next corner. I'm going to stop there so that I can show you how to put it together, okay? And then I'd do my corner. And can you see on this side now, on my next row, I'd have 2 clusters. You're just going to keep going. Let me talk you through it here, guys, okay? So you want to do 5 rows. So that was my first row here, just that cluster of 4. And then I've got a row there. That was my second row. You can count up from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the diagonal. You can see I've got 5 rounds, okay? When I got to the end, which was here, okay, I've slip stitched, and I've slip stitched round to the corner. Okay, left a really, really nice long tail. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bury that end, that magic ring end. Okay, so just thread up your bobbin, and then we're going to go through like this. Just bury that end. Okay, just burying it in underneath those stitches like that. And then if I grab a pair of scissors, I can trim that off. Now, if you wanted to, you could do the odd maybe white row in there as well, so that you've got a bit of texture, or 2 different coloured greens or something. I'm just using this because this pastel was really, really nice and it's on offer. But you can play around with these. Thread your bobbin back up, your yarn needle, back up to your tail, long tail you've left. You're going to flip this over so you've got the wrong side showing. And then we're going to bring the 2 edges together. So these corners here are going to meet like that. Okay. And we're going to stitch up all the way along there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a clip. I've got one. Can't find my tin of clips. These will do. A clip just there to hold that corner together. And we're just going to quickly over sew along there. Okay. So just an over sew, and I'm literally going to grab, you can over sew or you can ladder stitch, entirely up to you. For quickness, I'm going to over sew. So I'm taking the back stitch of that end one and the back stitch there, and we're going to over sew all the way down. There you go. Oh, I might give Josh this little Christmas tree for his car. He loves his car so much. There we go. And I'm just all the way down. So you're going to have to, again, put up with me while I finish this little bit. So picking the stitches up as I go, over sew and as we go. This tail was a little bit too long, but do you know what? It'll be fine because we've got to do a trunk as well. Oh, there we go. So Josh has come over. His girlfriend knows about it, but Josh has come over to make a quilt this afternoon for his girlfriend's Christmas present because he was just like, I want to make her a quilt. I was like, okay. So as soon as I've come off here, I'm going to be letting Josh loose on my sewing machine. He has made a quilt before. He's made two, actually. He's made two quilts before. So he's coming over to make another one. There we go. Nearly at there at the end. Oh, I pulled my thread out and unthreaded me bobbin. There we go. Okay, take that clip off and we're going to stop right at the corner. There we go, like that. Okay, and then we're going to flatten this out. So that seam you've just stitched is running down the edge, and make sure you're getting those last couple so you've got a relatively sharp corner. Okay. And one more just there. That's it, there to there. Okay, like that. So I've got that seam running down here. What you're going to do now is you're going to keep this threaded and you're going to pull it through the corner here, like that. Okay, and pull that up tight. And what that's going to do is straighten out that edge. So you're making, oh, let me come back down again. You're making a little Christmas tree shape. And then we're just going to very quickly, actually, just put another stitch in there. We go to pull it up nice and tight. Come on. Oh, my fingers aren't working. There we go. You're going to stitch along here and along here. Okay, so just stitch this one up here. One. Oh, come on. Oh, it's because I'm rushing. There we go. So I've still done very little Christmas shopping. I need to get into town at some point and have a proper mooch around the shops because there's, you know, you don't get me wrong, we do a lot of it online nowadays, don't we? But I always seem to forget all the little bits. You find nice little bits sometimes when you go and actually have a mooch around the shops. So I'm just going to put my needle back in. Now I've got to that end and come back up through that corner there, like that. Just pull the yarn through and then we're going to stitch down that side. And we made your little Christmas tree shape. So yeah, I want to get into town. I need to go and do, I like to buy the kids. I always do a new book because we do a Secret Santa thing. We don't do a everybody, but yeah, we buy for everybody. We've been doing it now for about 10 years because my kids are all, you know, grown ups now. We do something called a Secret Santa. So we, rather than buying for everybody pulls a name and we just buy for that person. And it means you sort of like concentrate a little bit more rather than it being a, oh God, I've got to get something for so-and-so. I've got to get something for so-and-so. Right. So you can see it's almost like a little upside down Y. It's a Y shape, yeah? But what that's done is created your little Christmas tree shape. And because you've got that granny square texture, it looks quite tree-like, I think. Now, if you leave this and run this just to the center like that, leave that nice long tail. This is where you're going to sew our trunk on in a minute. So I'm actually using the grey from the Aran. You could absolutely use scraps of brown or whatever. But I thought, well, it looks like a silver birchy type trunk then, isn't it, with the grey? I'm going to start with a slip knot. Ooh. Again, this is going to take seconds. And I'm going to chain 7, okay? So wrap over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, okay? We are going to do a treble into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth one there, going to wrap, and we're going to put a treble in there. Okay, like that. And then that one there. And you're going to end up with 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3. Now, oh, little trick, okay? Before you actually do the third one, if you bend your tail back over the chain and just crochet over it, you don't have to sew anything in. Okay, so I'm crocheting over both. There we go. That's my third one, like that. And then my fourth one is going to go right over the end, and I'm just making sure I'm crocheting in that tail as well. Okay, there we go. That's my fourth one. And then I'm going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn my work. And then I'm going to do another 4 trebles, so into the top of each stitch. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Oh, come on, there we go. And there's 4, like that. So that's my little trunk done. I'm going to just pull that, chop that off, pull it through to finish it off. There we go. Made the little trunk, okay? So because I crocheted that one in, I can just get rid of that tail. And then what I'm going to do is, now, I did this just because I thought it neatened up the trunk, and it actually made it a bit stiffer. I'm actually going to blanket stitch with the tail all the way round. So I'm going to put my needle in, wrap my yarn, and pull through. Okay, so needle in through there like that. Wrap, make sure my yarn's round the needle. So it's like a hand blanket stitch up the edges. Okay, I'm trying to hold it at the right angle for you guys. It's not easy. And make sure it's wrapped behind. Just do this little blanket stitch up the edge. There we go. There we go. Wrap there. And I didn't bother on the chain edges because they're going to be sewn in. But if you blanket stitch up this edge, it did work. It made it look a lot neater. And then one more just there. Oh, come on, there we go. Round the back of the needle. There we go. It just stiffened up that edge, okay? Because that one edge is a little bit wonky, and then I can chop that off. All you're going to do now is we're going to grab my tail that we've brought through to the center, like that, and through, and we're going to stitch this on. All right, so like that. Make sure it's sort of in the center. And then you can just over sew this on. There we go. I'm not going to fully do it because it's okay. And then right, you can imagine that that's going to be then sewn onto there. That's your little trunk. Okay, like the way you're doing the trunk. Nice and easy, really nice and easy that way, lovely. Okay, and then I'm just going to stitch that all the way along there. The last little thing I did was then I literally just crocheted a chain of 14 and sewed that in to the top. So I've got a little hanging loop. You could then decorate these up however you want. You can see I've put some jingle bells. We've still got the jingle bells on in the shop. They're 10 for £2.50. They're on the website if you want them. The lovely Natalie and Lynn gave me these beautiful little gingerbread men that they'd done. I might actually put my gingerbread man on this one with a little red ribbon on there, and I think he'd be really cute, and I can hang him up then on by my fireplace. So lots of ways you could decorate little bits of ribbon. You know, those little tiny ribbon bows, you could put some of those on there. You could get, oh, that's a point. You know, those little tiny battery lights, the little tiny LED ones that are on like the copper wire. You could put some of those in there and hide the battery pack inside. So you could have a little lit up Christmas tree. Super quick and easy. Very, very, I mean, genuinely, the granny square the whole thing took about half an hour to make. You could make lots of them in different colours and make them into like bunting and stuff. So lots and lots of things you could do with them from a simple granny square. Right, nice, easy little project. So that's it for me today. Quick little project for you. Don't forget, all of those wools that are at the beginning of this are all on at 25% off. Okay, that ombre. Well, I think this one might be staying with me. I might need to do that vest. You know, the one that was a one ball. It says one ball. They're 400 grams. They're huge. Okay, huge balls, and they will normally be £20, which is £5 100 grams, which is about right, isn't it? But they are on offer today, 25% off, which makes them 15 quid, bargain. But I really like this little tank top, and because they're Aran weight, it's going to grow that way. There we go. That little tank top, because they're Aran weight, it's going to grow really quickly. So I think this one might stay with me, and I might make myself the tank top. Maybe. Don't tell Sarah. Don't tell Sarah. Right, that's it from me, my darlings. I am back tomorrow, but it'll only be on Secret Sewing Club page, okay? Because it's obviously I've got Hayley and I'm joining Hayley and Gail and Nicola. Yeah, there's 4 of us doing it tomorrow for Secret Sewing Club, but we will have lots and lots of offers for you, lots of demos. So that will be our day 7 of White Gecko Christmas. Is Secret Sewing Club tomorrow. It's going to be a little crazy because we've also got to do the stock take. So we are going to be busy in the shop, and then I'm going to run over. I'm going to do Secret Sewing Club, and then I'm going to go back and do the stock take. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to get Josh set up on the machine, and then get some sewing done. So have a lovely Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow for Secret Sewing Club. Take care, my loves. Bye.